So your gums are bleeding and you don't know why. I do. Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Jeffrey Butts and I'm a doctor of dental surgery, and this channel is all about health and wellness for you to be healthy and wealthy, okay? So today I'm going to actually talk about some teeth talk. We're going to talk about dentistry stuff today because I had some comments like, you're a dentist but you're talking about health and wellness. Well, it all goes together, but today we're going to really specifically be talking about some teeth stuff. So I've been meeting a lot of new people today, yesterday, the day before. And a lot of them, of the new people, they had bleeding gums. They had bleeding gums and it's okay, except for they didn't know why they had bleeding gums. So it made me realize that this is more common of a problem than not. And I felt inspired to really talk about this now because if your gums bleed when you brush, there's something going on. Yes. Now, do you have something terrible going on with you? No. Is it reversible? Absolutely. But let's just talk about it, okay? So let's first of all talk about why your gums would bleed in the first place, all right? So, brushing, flossing, and I already made a mistake. It's actually flossing and brushing is what you should be doing twice a day, every day. Did I say that right? Every day, so that you are taking care of your health. When you do that, you can save yourself thousands and thousands of dollars by simply flossing and brushing first. But there is a right way to floss. Now, I've already done a video on how to floss, but while we're here in the bleeding gums video, let's just review, okay? Now, most people might use the one-handed floss picks. They are amazing if you have one hand. Yes, use that only if you have one hand. Some people only have one hand. It's okay. They need to use that, absolutely use that. But if you are a two-handed person, do not use the floss picks. Do not use them at all. Don't give them to your enemies, because now that you know that it's not good for you, that's bad karma, okay? They are terrible for you. I guess I'll tell you why. I'm going to tell you why, all right? So the floss picks, it's just one line, okay? And it's almost like it could turn corners or something, but it doesn't, right? So if you put the floss pick in there, and if you got to imagine with me, okay? If you put the floss pick in there, it doesn't go anywhere else, all right? And it gets stuck in between the teeth. So when you're trying to do a really good job, let's say with the one-handed flosser, and you start going left and right as opposed to just up and down, you start pushing the gum down, which then is going to push the bone down, and it's going to make the tooth longer, and it's going to make it so that food is more able to get further down in between your gums and your teeth. And there is a section on the tooth by if this is your tongue, the tongue side, and this is your cheek side, that section never gets touched with the floss because the floss can't touch it. So that is basically why the floss picks are absolutely horrible for you, okay? Oh, if you leave tartar on the gum side of a tooth and the cheek side of the tooth, it's just gonna make your gums angry, all right? So we are basically made of bacteria. That is what we are. As a matter of fact, we are more bacteria than blood. Isn't that crazy? Okay? But the bacteria has to be at a certain level. If it gets over the level, that becomes uneasy or dis-ease, and you can't have disease. Well, you can have disease, and that is represented in your gums by bleeding gums. You've let the bacteria that you're supposed to be living with overgrow in your mouth because they're opportunistic. And if you give them the opportunity to grow, they will. And if you don't do what I say, you might have bleeding gums. You might. All right, so here you go. Here is the regular flossing way, okay? Now, some people that are the two-handed flossers, which is great, they wrap the floss around these fingers, okay? don't do that because you can't manipulate the floss the way you need to. So don't curse anybody out, but use your middle fingers, all right? If you are a righty, which is what I am, okay, you're gonna get literally like this much floss out. You're gonna wrap mostly around your left, and then you wrap around your right just so that it suspends. And now you have your pointer and your thumb finger to manipulate the floss. You could push down with these fingers, you could push up, or vice versa. But you gotta get in between your teeth, and you wanna put a C-shaped hug around the tooth, around both sides, and you're gonna get it done. So, if your gums were already bleeding and you do not floss consistently, then when you floss, your gums are gonna bleed. You know what? It might even hurt a little bit when you floss. And it might make you say, I don't want to do this anymore. You might say that, okay? But your friendly neighborhood dentist, your friend the dentist is saying, it's okay, go towards the pain, and as you do it more consistently, it will become less painful. The bleeding will cease. It depends on how much or how bad your teeth are. You may, well, how about this? If your gums are bleeding, you need a professional, period. Okay? There's no really way out of that. You need to see someone who is a dental hygienist, a doctor, a dentist, to make sure that you get your teeth cleaned properly, professionally, get you from a negative state to zero, and then with this advice you can go on, okay? But your bleeding gums are not a problem necessarily, except for they're representing you not being consistent with what you should be doing in order to take the best care of yourself, right? And this is a health and wellness station. So, of course, Jack, you know I'm gonna do this. Jack, I'm gonna give it to him, Jack, okay? You know that food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mindfulness behavior is really what you need for your health, absolutely. But on the Teeth Talking right now, flossing is what we're concentrating on. So if you do the mechanical work, which is just being consistent with your flossing, and then you do those other things, you're gonna have great health. I believe you're gonna have great health. That's where we're at, because this is from me to you. This is what I've been experiencing all week, and I didn't understand that so many people didn't understand this, and honestly, I felt like there were so many of them. There were so many people. I couldn't talk as long as I'm talking to you right now. So now we're talking about it, and I hope that they get to get this, and I'm sharing as much as I can with you, because sometimes I'm late in the morning. Sometimes I'm late, and it means that I don't have as much time with everybody as much as I would like to spend with everybody, okay? So, flossing, bleeding gums, right? If your gums bleed, don't be alarmed. But please know that there's something that you're not doing that is the reason why that's happening, okay? We have a whole nother video coming up about what your teeth and your gums represent when they are going out of order, okay? So all I can say for this short talk right now is take care of yourself by flossing, then brushing twice a day, every day, and this is morning and night. If you have breakfast in the morning, do not bring your breakfast to lunch. Don't do it. And if you floss, let's say you floss before dinner, and then you eat dinner, you gotta floss again. You gotta floss again. Do not bring dinner to bed. That's all I'm saying, okay? Please, please take care of yourself. Listen to this PSA, share it with your friends, share it with your loved ones, okay? And also a couple other things. Like and subscribe to this channel, please, all right? And thank you so much for your attention. We're gonna talk about a couple other things a little bit later.
My name is Jeffrey Butts. I'm a doctor of dental surgery. With the thought in the back of my mind that pretty much nobody wants to go to the dentist, I try to make it as comfortable and as pleasant an atmosphere for someone to come into a dental office, all right? So when they enter the door, they're family already, off the top. I want them to feel safe. I want them to know that they are in an extra clean place. so clean. Not that you should eat off the floor, but I'd like you to think that you could. I notice that people do not just bring their teeth to me, they bring their whole bodies. So we review food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mindfulness behavior with the patient. We provide many services here at Camp Creek Dental. We do braces, root canals, and of course I do surgery. Wisdom teeth extraction, surgical extraction, simple extractions, and of course implants, single or full arch restorations should the patient need it. I have acquisition machines. They take digital images without putting a goop in your mouth in order to make an impression. I have a 3D scanner so I could take a better look at canals, I can look at bone, I can look at sinuses. I also do crowns and I make the crowns here. So I basically have an in-house lab at the office that does lab quality crowns for the patients. We have big bays for our treatment rooms, and the chairs are just super comfortable. We usually have R&B, some hip hop playing. Music helps me move, particularly when some Jill Scott comes on, or some Marvin Gaye, or some Luther Vandross. Having been a rock star some time ago, I've gotten to play to 10 and 20,000 people at a time. I've been to Europe opening for the Black Eyed Peas. My best friend is this guy named Cody Chestnut. Music and dentistry to me are very, very similar. You have to train in order to play the instrument. You have to know the instrument itself, and then you have to also know the application of it. I'm definitely passionate. I'm caring, I'm empathetic. My staff is as caring as I am. I could not do anything that I do without my amazing team. If I was speaking directly to someone that was coming to see me, I would say, get ready for a good time, all right? Get ready for a dental experience like you've never had before, a positive one. Please be ready to accept the laughter and the music and the love that we have for everyone that we serve here.